not a mechanic, and I'm not a car builder. I'm just an old redneck having a good time banging around on this rusty old iron. So buckle up and hang on. Let's see what's going to happen next around here.
We're gonna shoot over and pick up old Welding wire over there. He does some cool stuff.
Hey, welcome to Rat Rodding. My name's Welding Wire, and don't ever do what we do here on this channel. Hey guys, welcome back to Welding Wire's Old Iron. Episode coming up, we're going to burn up a whole jug of this stuff right here. Yes, we are. And for those of you who ask me periodically about my buddy old Danny Brown, y'all fell in love with him when he was here visiting this channel. Got a little bad news from him. I won't get into that right now. But at the end of the video, after the outro, I'll let y'all know what's going on for those of you who are interested and would maybe like to touch bases with him. All right, let's do it. Well, y'all might be asking yourself, why did old Welding bring the Dirty Dozen back in? Well, you know, it's kind of a couple things. I just kind of wanted to check that antifreeze again real good. I had checked it, but I just wasn't certain about it, and I wanted to be certain about it. We haven't had any bitter cold weather yet. I mean, you're down to about 32, you know, but not nothing real drastic. Nothing like last year where it's 10 below and the pipes are freezing and bursting in the walls and everything. None of that drama yet. So I got things a little better situated this year. So kind of in preparation for such things, but I wanted to have it in here because when it's sitting out back, it's kind of out of sight, out of mind kind of thing, you know, and I need to be in here. I need to have it in my presence so I can be thinking about it, because I got things are cooking in my brain. About this rig. So now, what are we going to do to this thing? I went in, got a couple of belts. I'm not going to put them on yet because I'm going to be starting this thing up and I don't have any power steering fluid in it, and I'm just not quite ready to deal with all that just yet, but I do want to be able to start it up and run it. I got to get that lower radiator hose. I had to order one for it, and yeah, as soon as that comes in, I'll be able to fire this thing up. I think I mentioned I put this back on so I can bleed the air out of the system, and that's all good and well and fine. And yeah, and I think that little Kubota tractor radiator's gonna fit right in there. Today, well, I'm not even gonna tell you. I'm just gonna get busy, and you'll see if we accomplish anything. I think we will. It's time to do some cleanup on the brass and a few other things. Got to get this nose on there, and I got my mount built, or my adjusting mount for the power steering. That's all works now. I got to tighten it up right now. But anyway, yeah, that's a good deal. That's ready to go. So now I can put the nose on there. Maybe that's the next step, to go ahead and mount it more permanently. Okay, let's do it. Well, I know you guys can only watch me put this nose on there so many times, and then you've had enough of it. You're sick of it, you know, and so am I. So I'm not going to make you suffer through that anymore. I'll get it fit up there again, and then start making it more permanent. Start welding in these little brackets here, and when something changes or gets video worthy, well, I'll bring you on back. put this bubble wrap around this. When I started picking it up in the air and working on it, because I knew if I didn't, man, I'd lay my head open on something like that. Ooh, ooh. Excuse me, shivers just thinking about it. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start mounting some Dagmars. Gonna mount some Dagmars. That's what I'm talking about. Some big old biggins, some biggins, big old biggins. Yeah, remember how it goes. Something like this, no? Something like this, yeah, something like that, I think. I was surprised at how well they fit. Well, I'm gonna lay them on the table over here and get them cleaned up. And another thing I was discussing with Instagram a couple minutes ago is, boy, I just may have to use that nose. That's such a good looking nose. This one's all beat up and burnt, which I don't mind being beat up. This one I'd have to cut it right here and then put the piece in there that bolts that down. This piece right here, which that's no big deal, and y'all know I like working with metal. Because I can beat it into submission and make it do what I want it to do. The only thing I really hate to get rid of this one, because I love the bullet holes in it. Got the bullet hole going in there, and it's got it coming out over here. And I don't personally own anything that would make a bullet hole that big, but I know people who do. So I might take this one out and just fill it full of bullet holes and go ahead and use it. I don't know. By the time you get this sanded down, it's not going to look much better than this one. That is a good looking ram on there though. I like this ram a little better, but this one's clean, nice and clean. It'll shine up. I'm going to think on that a little while. I'm going to put these bumpers on, and I'm just going to think on this for a bit. Yeah, boy. Can I save it? I'm in my element now. Boy, I could sure use another set of hands right now. I wonder if I can. Maybe. Oh, come on, little fella. Please, just work with me. Come on, work with me, please. Work with me, people. Ah. Oh. I'll have to give me some baling wire. Tie that up somehow, I guess. I don't know. Well, that's it. Could use another set of vice grips right now. Flat ones. I need the flat ones, you know, big wide flat ones, you know what I mean? Well, I had a pair of them somewhere, but I don't see them. Why do you, Johnny? Why do you roll smoke? Why must you live out the songs that you wrote? Oh boy. And I need a light. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, how about that? Lined up pretty good, and that ain't lined up at all. Sorry, I'm wearing my squinters. Squinto. I'm Chief Squinto right now. Well, I'll let you see what I'm doing. I took that off. What I did was cut that bracket right there. I sawzalled it right there, and then again on the other side where that vice grip clamp is. And right now I just have them barely tacked together. I'm gonna go ahead and weld that up, and I think that'll be just hunky-dory. A little tack over there. What happens is, it sits on those bottom brackets, and then this piece bolts in there and ties it together. Firms it up, and then there's a couple of brackets that come off of here and bolts into somewhere. I've tried this thing in all kinds of different configurations, you know, before I had them like this. Oh, I guess I had them. How was it I had them? I had them like this one time, right here, something like that. I don't remember exactly. But this is kind of what I finally came up with. This is finally what I came up with. Oh, cool. I didn't have to cut this one. For some reason, this one was bolted on. So, I guess that'll be a little better. Let me find my big old bolts. Yeah, we'll get her. We'll get her dead. I don't need this stuff, I guess. If I get stoned to sing all night long, it's a family tradition. Ooh. Come on. Come on, little fella. Work with me. There you go. I had these little tabs welded on here. Can you all see that? And that goes like that. And that bolts there. But it also goes through this centerpiece. And that bolts in there with it. And that kind of holds it all together. Well, it's only 10:45 at night. Still feel pretty good. Hey, I want to show you guys something. Look at this bench. I'm running out of parts. That's a pretty good problem to have, ain't it? Yeah, running out of parts. Been a long time coming. I don't even know where to start on this. But I'll start in the middle and work my way out, I guess. Okay, some of you may be asking yourself, Sevs, what is this for? Well, I had this set up, and I think I will retain this because I still think it's a good idea. My front battery is kind of hard to access if you're got the truck on the ground. I mean, if it's not on the lift, it's kind of hard to get to that front battery. You can turn the tire all the way to one side. Thank you. Okay, as I was saying, I had this set up so that, well, let me back up. The front battery is under the wheel well, behind the tire. And you can air up the bags, and you can turn the wheel all the way to the right, and you can reach in there and access the cables. You can get to the cables on the battery. Hi, Bobby. We got a new cat here. Bobby decided to stay, and the cat neighbors, nobody claims him. So Joshy's got a new cat to play with. Hi, Bobby. Hi, buddy. Hi. He's still a little bit leery, but he's getting a lot better. He's getting a lot better, aren't you? Yeah, this is Bobby, Bobcat. This is Bobcat, yeah. Hey, come here. Come here, buddy. Yeah, you're getting friendly, aren't you? Yeah. He's a good boy. He's a strange cat. He's got a weird sound and he's got an ear chewed off. he's, he's had a life. He's starting to warm up to me. He was biting my hand and licking and biting and just playing and jumping in a box in there in the office and starting to relax. Aren't you, Bobby? Anyway, yeah, you can access that battery, but this makes it a whole lot easier. If someone needs a jump start, you can flip the key on here and that makes these live, so you can use jumper cables. Or if I need to charge the battery on this thing, you can hook it up here instead of having to go under the fender and do it at the battery. So I think I'm going to retain this. I still think it's a good idea. Don't you, Bobby? You think it's a good idea? Oh, Bobby got an ear cropped off. Oh yeah. All right. That's antifreeze. Go ahead and get you a big drink of that. That'll make you feel better in the morning. All right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep this. I still think it's a good idea. So, if anybody out there don't agree with me, put it in the comments, and I'll just go ahead and do it anyway. You know, probably. I don't think there's any good reason not to, as long as I have them well insulated, and so they don't no chance of arcing anywhere. And yeah, I can make that happen. So I'll clean these up good. All this stuff that you see is from the fire extinguisher, residue from that fire extinguishers that I went through trying to put the fire out. Get all this separated and get it cleaned up. I tell you what, we're making some headway, fellerettes. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about the progress I made today. Yeah, coming along. Ew. Boy, that's gonna take a while. Yeah. This is pretty rough. I wish I had more copper. I've got some over there, but not enough. This stuff is really expensive, so I'm gonna have to reuse it. But this buildup here, this is residue. It's built up from having been under that mesh. I had that wire mesh of that expanded metal, and then I sprayed it with clear coat, and that's where the clear coat built up, and that's the residue that's on there. And it's going to be really hard to get off. The only way to get it off, I think, is just sand it. You know, I'm going to sand it down probably, and it's going to scratch it, and that's okay, because I can keep getting finer and finer with my sandpaper. And when it comes right down to it, it's a rat rod. Who cares? It's a rat rod. To quote my friend Rat Rod Bob, who cares? It's a rat rod. I think he would approve. I could beat it with a sledgehammer. I think he would approve. Would you, Bob? I don't know if Bob watches anymore. A lot of people not watching my channel anymore. Used to get 10, 20,000 hits, now I get about 5. So my people had about enough of what's going on around here. They'll probably pick up a little when I get back on that Dirty Dozen. Well, I already talked about why it's in here. It's in my brain. I turned the volume down all the way down on my phone, so we should not be getting that feedback like I was the last time. Appreciate all you guys. Appreciate you. Okay, I think this is the one that goes on this side. Just doing a lot of things. Boy, there we go. Perfectionism needs to stop. It's gotta stop. See how that follows that body line? It's gotta stop. This is ridiculous.
One eternity later.
I think I'll take a gander at that before I cinch it down, because I might have to hog those holes out a little bit. Something. Oh, some good looking running boards on there. Wow. Oh, I got those nice and straight. Ah. I don't see anything wrong with that. I think it's just centered, nice. Ah. Perfecto. Look at that. Slide that over a little. There we go. Tighten them down. It's going to be good. I don't know, you know what that idea just came to me, because I had to widen this front end, and I thought, I don't know how I come up with that, but for some reason I thought some brass and expanded metal would look good on there. And you know, it's kind of looks like fishnet stockings for the Dojalac, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten those bolts up and then get on to the other side. Well, the perfectionism has struck again. I had all these tightened down, and then I realized that my gap was open here. It was about like that. Well, we can't have that. So I had to loosen it all up, and because I know I can pretty well close that gap. I can get most of it. I think I can get all of it if I finagle this piece a little bit. So we're gonna work on closing the gap. Now I realize why those holes were a little bit elongated in the copper, and it had a bit of a bow in it right here. But if you take that bow out, that takes the gap out. So yeah, look at that. We're getting there. Okay, just had to show you that. It's good stuff, ain't it? It's just stuff that slows me down. Yeah, I got vice grips on the. I got vice grips holding the nuts on the bottom. Hopefully they're holding. I pull the wheel off just to get in there, you know, the way I really need to. So, it's something to pry on. There's our pick would say I need to prise on it. Okay, over the past few videos, as we go along, I have hit this thing with a scuff pad and quite a bit. And in one video, I mean, it wound up on the cutting room floor because the video was getting too long. But at one point, I even picked up the sander and I sanded these fenders, knocked these fenders down because I got tired of getting black. Every time you touch it, it's just black, and I've tried to get rid of some of that old soot, you know. So as time goes by, I have been scuffing on this thing a little, and I'm going to go over this thing with the tack rag, pick up some dust, and now I'm gonna wipe it down with a little slick and goody, just to remind me of what it used to look like and what it can look like again. With enough elbow grease and time. Okay, let's see what this looks like in the morning. It's kind of streaky when you rub it on, but in the spring, I'll spray it. I'll spray the whole thing. But just kind of wanted to get an idea. I wanted to get some hope that that it can look good again. Gotta remember, it is a rat rod. It's gonna look real good. Okay. Kind of starting to look not too bad again. Why is it sitting so crooked? We got something going on. I don't know what's going on. I gotta pick it up. There's something under the lift. Oh, that jack's back there. Let me take care of that and get a little better shot here. That's kind of ridiculous. All my neighbors love me. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. On the ground. I'm talking about she laying frame right there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Well, my card's about full, so I guess I got a lot of editing to do. But I'll show you what's coming up next. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Okay, guys, that was a wrap. There's quite a bit happening in that one, wasn't there? Yeah, it's been a long time since I pulled an all-nighter. I probably won't do it again for a while either. Anyway, we'll see you real soon right back here on Welding Wire's Old Iron, and you know I sure do appreciate you. All right, guys, old Brown, told you I'd let you know what's going on with him. He got rid of his phone. He doesn't have a phone anymore, and I wish he'd get one. He could, but he gets irritated at phone solicitors and just cuts everybody in the world off. So the only way I can get in touch with him is through his son, and I hadn't heard from him in 2 or 3 months, and I'm getting a little concerned, and I sent his son a text message, and I said, hey, man, I hope you guys are okay. Whenever you get a chance, get back to me. And it was 2 or 3 days later, he sent me a text, and he said, I'm sorry I didn't get back to you. My daughter died. So that would have been Danny Brown's granddaughter, 26 years old. I finally talked to him. He called me, and yeah, I guess there's something to do with diabetes and some other stuff going on. But anyway, if y'all would like to send him a card and let him know that you're thinking about him, right here, send it right here. And yeah, right there. And he'll get it, and he will very much appreciate it, and I appreciate you. Thank you.